Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. I'm Simply G, and today I'm going to be showing off all of the anime that I got for this month of October. There's not a lot, but some pretty interesting things nonetheless. So I'll get straight into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. So first up, we have the Japanese releases of Volume 3. Well, okay, so yeah, Volume 2 of Natsume. I don't know what season this is. This one, and then Volume 3 of I think this one is She. I don't really remember. Like so. So these are the Japanese boxes of the two beautiful, just that came with the single volume releases, not like a more completed set. And this one has like the papers and some stuff. These are what the actual singles look like. So this is the one that came with this box, I believe. Digipack, things like that. And then this is a single that came with this one. Maybe I'm getting them confused. No, I am not. Front and back. And this one is not a digipack. It's like a normal DVD case with a slipcover. Both contain the episode with the disc with the episodes. I think there might be an additional disc in them. I don't really remember. Yeah, 2 disc releases. So normally come with some sort of extras disc. This one came with like a poster as well. But I hear you say, gee, why? Why, pray tell, are you purchasing these when you can't speak the language and you don't? Yeah, you don't know what you're watching. I'm like, well, to that I would answer, have you met me? Because that's literally never stopped me from buying something that interests me, supporting various releases of things I like. Please go in here. But notably, I picked them up, one for display, but the other for the very important job of holding my US or English language releases of this franchise. So I have the 4 seasons that were released by NIS America. I still have the long boxes, the nice releases that NIS put out a while ago. Limited edition releases they put out a while ago, and then also the film that Aniplex put out, and just put them in a much more convenient box that fits a lot better on my shelf. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's maybe not the best explanation, but it's the one I have, and I've done this previously with things like well, notably Mushishi is the one that I have a Japanese box for. Also Durarara, the second season of that, or the second half of that, maybe is the better way to phrase that. Hyoka, I have the Blu-ray box for decoration, as well as Chaifuru. I keep my standard Blu-rays in the Japanese box set, as well as having the US limited edition box set. So yeah, you know, I like to mix and match and make my collection the nicest it can be in the ways that I can. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and I'm really happy. I got both of them from Yahoo Auctions. They were very cheap and a good investment, I think. Japanese release to help spruce up a English language release, and that is Oh my god, what the heck is going on? And that is the limited edition Blu-ray of Fullmetal Alchemist: The Conqueror of Shambhala from Japan. This is pretty much just a black Blu-ray case with a booklet and a disc and a slipcase. It is not Ultra HD. I just switched the cases out because the US one, or the Japanese one, is this disc right here, actually. But my previous release I had filled with a 2-disc case because I have the OVA collection in there as well. So rather than having to separate it or whatever, I'm just keeping them all together, and it's not a problem. But I didn't want to switch it to a blue case because that would just ruin the aesthetic too much. So yeah, this is gonna go alongside my UK limited edition of the original 2003 anime as the follow-up sequel to that series. We have some local releases. The first is a recent release. I think it was only released this month, maybe last month, I can't quite remember. But this is the complete collection of Dororo, the adaptation of Tezuka's manga, a fairly recent adaptation from, I don't remember, maybe Madhouse, can't remember. Released in English by Sentai in the US, and then obviously released by Madman here. Mappa. I should have known that, actually. That was a silly confusion. I really enjoy this adaptation. I liked it a lot. The music is great. The story is adapted very well. I would say it definitely built and improved on from Tezuka's original manga. Great characters. Fantastic opening song from Queen Bee. It's overall like just really great. Liked it a lot. If you haven't seen it, it's streaming on, all the typical streaming platforms. But it follows a young kid called Dororo who runs into this strange wanderer in historical Japan called Hyakimaru, who we learn, or well, we know, but we learn that is actually the oldest son of this area's ruler, but was born, well, actually his father, in order to gain power and keep control over this area to prolong his rule, he pledged his firstborns, he pledged his firstborn to 99 demons, and so, yeah, in exchange for power, basically. And so now Hyakimaru so this child was born with, really messed up, didn't have any organs or limbs or anything, and it's only through his mother's, desperate and sad appeals to the goddess that he's even alive at all. One of the kind of midwife she's instructed to kill this, this horrible, poor child. But in a Moses-like fashion, she actually sends him adrift on the river, and he is discovered down the line by a man who creates prosthetics for the soldiers during this war period. So he's raised by this particular man, and then as he gets older, he discovers that if he kills the 99 demons who have, the bits and pieces of his body, then he can reclaim them. So, hard cut to now, Dororo joins Hyakimaru on his journey in reclaiming the pieces of his body from these demons, and it's very good. It's very, very good. Really enjoy Dororo. Give it a try if you haven't seen it. And is it streaming on Amazon Prime? Maybe is where it was. I can't really remember. I watched it as it came out. It's definitely one of my, I always enjoy the stuff that I watch, but it's certainly a wonderful addition, and really nice to see a title from Prime get a wider release. We are seeing that more and more from Sentai, and by extension, like other distributors, other English language distributors. So I knew that I would have to get this when I knew it had been set for release here, and thus I did. Other local anime release that I got this month, so I got this and the previous thing during a sale as well, so it's a little bit cheaper than if I'd bought it like on release. But this is Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld, parts 1, so episodes 0 to 12. I also have the second part on order with the limited edition box, which is fairly standard for Madman Australian releases of this series. And I can tell you literally nothing about this because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't started any of the Alicization arc. I've seen all of Sao, including like Gun Gale Online. What on earth? No, Gun Gale Online. I have seen that. I've seen the first 2 seasons of the original series. I've seen the movie, which I actually really, really liked. I've seen the OVA, which is terrible, but that's fine. Terrible on the scale of like Sword Art Online has its highs, it definitely has its lows. I see it as like just generally pretty consistent. It's not like phenomenal or groundbreaking and going to change your life necessarily, but overwhelmingly it is a pretty strong, interesting story of its type. I also really appreciate light novel adaptations that don't have just the worst guy as a protagonist, the most annoying main character. Kirito's a lot of things, but he is anything but genuine, and he's certainly a lot more even-keeled comparatively to some more modern examples of light novel protagonists. But anyway, I got this because I do plan on watching it. I do enjoy Sword Art Online for what it is. I've said that before. I've been reading the novels as well. I'm not super far into it, but it's a series that I've grown to appreciate with age and with hindsight maybe as well. It's a solid series, and I look forward to getting into this when I get into it. That's it. Not a huge amount this month. I have one big thing on pre-order. Although I don't really remember when it's coming out, so maybe it's silly for... I do think it's coming out in November, so I'll get that this coming month. Anything else? I have a couple like UK releases and things on their way as well, so when they arrive we'll see. But otherwise, let me know your thoughts, feelings, opinions on any of these things, or maybe just my general attitude of why I buy certain styles of releases over others, But yeah, let me know, and I will catch you in the next video, guys. Bye till then.